Hey guys, Corel Cooper with OnTheBlack.com giving you a recap of the Mets and Reds series. So the Mets started their season with winning their opening series 2-3 against the Reds. I think that's a positive start. Anytime you can start the season winning 2 out of 3, or anytime you win a series throughout the season, I think that's a positive thing. I mean, the Mets weren't going to go 162-0, so they're going to lose some games. I guess the only downside to that is Oliver Perez did not pitch well today, but we'll get into that a little bit later. A couple takeaways from this series. In Game 1, the Mets won 2-1 and really, had the bullpen on display with Green, Putz, and K-Rod in that first game. And I think that's significant because, a 2-1 game, that type of game last September, the Mets would have lost that game. So, I think that's a positive takeaway, that the Mets did win that close game. Game number 2, the bullpen wasn't as good as they was in Game 1, but they still ended up winning the game. So, I think that's a positive sign. Another takeaway is Mike Pelfrey's performance in Game 2. Pelfrey didn't have his best stuff. He struggled through 5 innings and gave up 4 earned runs. But the good part about that is he kept the team in the game and he showed signs of maturity. Last year, Pelfrey probably would have imploded after, not getting off to a good start and if he didn't have his best stuff. But he hung in there. He got 5 innings. He got through 5 innings for the Mets, and he helped keep them in the game. So the offense, did their damage, and the Mets ended up winning Game 2. And then my third takeaway from the series is Daniel Murphy. There was a lot of talk this spring about him batting second, and debate about that. Jerry Manuel put him in the 2-hole, and I would say that Murphy has a good approach at the plate. I think we shouldn't get too crazy about Murphy right now. Just let him play and let him develop. But he does have a good approach at the plate. He had 4 hits in the series. He had a home run. He had a couple RBIs. So looking forward to seeing Daniel Murphy continue to improve. I like his approach at the plate a lot. So this next segment, I'm going to call it Who's Hot and Who's Not. I'll be doing this along with my series recaps, after every series. So let's start off with who's not hot right now. Obviously, Oliver Perez isn't. He had a terrible spring. He was booed at Citi Field when he pitched against the Red Sox in the exhibition game. And today, he pitched 4 1/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 8 earned runs, and walked 5. So Perez was all over the place today. He doesn't look good. The Mets really need him to turn it around if they're going to be successful this season. He's got to be somewhat consistent throughout the year. But right now, Perez is not looking good at all. And who is hot? Carlos Delgado. I think for the most part, most Mets fans thought that, Delgado, his numbers this year would fall off from what he did last year, and that still may be the case. I mean, it's only been 1 series, but Delgado was 5 for 12 in this series. He had 1 home run and 6 RBIs. He really looks good at the plate right now. He had a good spring. He played pretty well for the Puerto Rican team in the World Baseball Classic. So Delgado is swinging a hot bat right now, and so that's really good to see. So up next for the Mets this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is a trip to Florida. They'll play the Marlins for 3. We'll get our first look in the regular season at John Maine and Livan Hernandez. I believe Johan Santana is scheduled to pitch again on Sunday. And then the Mets will return home for their home opener at Citi Field on Monday. So looking forward to that. I am attending the home opener, so looking forward to that. But we'll watch the Mets this weekend. Hopefully they can take 2 out of 3 at least in Florida. Looking forward to those games. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Talk to you soon.